Jacqueline Novogratz is the CEO and founder, and she is with us this morning. Jacqueline, welcome.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Acumen Fund is 10 years old, and you are on the cover of Forbes magazine. Did you think Acumen would get here?
You know, I never thought in those terms, but when I look back, I felt that we needed a new model and that the world was looking for a new model to solve big problems of poverty. And I'd worked in international banking and seen that the markets by themselves weren't going to solve problems of the poor. And I'd worked in more traditional philanthropy and seen that that wasn't working either. And so had this definite dream that there had to be a way that worked between the markets and traditional philanthropy.
Well, what does impact investing actually mean?
So traditional investing invests in entrepreneurs thinking that they're going to get a fairly quick financial return. Impact investing looks at those entrepreneurs that look for long-term social impact rather than short-term financial return. So they're trying to solve big problems like how do we get clean drinking water to the 1.5 billion people that don't have access? So they have to fight the fact that the government's not there, high levels of corruption, no infrastructure, people that make $1, $2 a day. So that takes a lot of time. Patient capital allows them time to experiment and fail. And we count the returns both in terms of how many people are served, are there new models, as well as are we getting the money back? Will it sustain?
But you're also investing in some very high-risk parts of the world. What are your risks? What are the risks involved in that?
Not that different. You know, we invest in a place like Pakistan, which is actually an incredibly entrepreneurial society. And interestingly, because government's not functioning at many levels, those entrepreneurs are coming in to fill the void. And so they still fight the fact that there are no roads, that people are very poor, high levels of fatalism. God gives us water, why should we ever pay for it? And corruption. And yet we're seeing real success stories there.
Well, you're changing the world of banking on a micro level. What do you think the big banks and really the macroeconomic climate can learn from impact investing?
I think the whole world is changing right now, and that mostly that low-income people are customers and we need to start thinking of them in that way, but that there are different pools of capital that actually can be used to invest in these long-term solutions. We need to wait 7, 10, sometimes longer and expect lower financial returns, but that there's a real opportunity. So you take an example like the ambulance industry in India. When we first come in, nobody wants to invest in a company that has 10 ambulances. Now that company runs 650 ambulances and 3,500 employees. There's real opportunities for more traditional capital. They're still experimenting, and it's going to take longer, but we need both kinds of capital, and financial institutions have it within them to work in both areas.
And what about the talent shift at Acumen? Obviously, the populist opinion has changed and Wall Street is under attack. Are you seeing a big shift of Wall Street talent move to impact investing?
Huge shift. We've gotten over 1,000 applications for our 10 fellows intern spots.
10 spots, 11,000 people?
No, 1,000 people, 10 spots.
That's more than bankers.
Well, I think that's where the future is.
Well, thank you so much. Thanks to Jacqueline Novogratz from the Acumen Fund.